Sit. Sit. Take him inside. Take him inside. Okay. Um. Good evening, everyone. I'm live. Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to go live. Okay. I'm already live on three platforms. This is TikTok. This is Instagram, and this is YouTube. Okay. So, on today's episode of our live section, I'm trying to. Okay. So, you catch me trying to look at different cameras. Okay, so there is something I there is an important topic I actually want us to talk about, and that is on baby feeding. Yes. Okay, so I would like to say that baby feeding is really an important topic to talk about. So it will keep coming on my platform. So stay tuned and enjoy the live. Okay, so while I wait for people to join, okay, so while we talk this night, I'll be changing the color of my hair. Okay, this is the color right now. You can see, and this is what I'll be using. This is what I'll be using is from the one I previously used. Okay, let me show you guys. This is the color and this is the product. This is the color. Hello, Instagram family. Hello, YouTube. Hello, TikTok. Okay, so this is the color. This is the color. When I got when I got it, I wanted like a ginger color. So this is what I ended up having. Is exactly this color. This is exactly what I used. I hope you all can see it. I hope you all can see it. So when I used it, this was what I had left. This was what I had left. So instead of leaving it to waste, I've decided to reapply it by myself because I have the leftover. So I'm going to be applying it on this live because I want to wash my hair. I want to wash my hair this night and then we gist. Okay. So this is the color. It is okay. We is a TOV. The product is TOV. You can all see it. This is the product TOV. So it is, I don't think this is relevant. CH color with pure colorants and micro minerals. Okay. So I was not the one that I was not the one who actually applied it the first time. So it was applied at my hairdresser's place, and then this is what is left. So I don't just want it to like waste like that. Maybe by the time I remember to use it again, it is maybe expired or something like that. So I've decided to use it up so that, and I want to use this opportunity since I'm washing my hair. So this is the color. It's actually old. Is up to like 1 year since I used it. I got it last year. I think last year, September. And then look at the expiry date. It's not expired. It's going to expire by 2026. It's going to expire by 2026. So I just want to use it up since I want to wash my hair while we gist. Okay. So this is the color itself. This is the color. I think the color is faded kind of. So I wanted to get like a ginger color. I wanted to get a ginger color. So I'm going to, this is like the activator. I don't know if you can see where it is right now. So this is the activator. So I'm going to mix it. This is what is inside. You have the color, the activator, a small comb. I don't think I'm going to use this. I'm not using this. And then there is the glove for application. So watch me as I apply it while we gist. So on today's gist, we're going to talk about, I hope you can all see me. So we are going to talk about, okay, so we're going to talk about baby feeding. So before I start, okay, I'm going to mix it here. So I've not actually like repacked my hair since the last time I relocked. So this is my hair. So first off, I'll just loosen it. I'll just loosen this while we chat. All right. You're welcome all to this live. I actually want to talk about baby feeding. So, and I'm going to start from specifically talking about the newborn stage. Okay, so if you've come across my previous live section or if you've joined my previous live section, okay, my hair is really, really bad. Really, really is rough. Is due for a wash and all that. Okay, so a lot of time we have like different kinds of baby, like different kinds of newborn, you know. We have those ones that will always cry to, try to notify you that they are hungry. Babies that um anytime they are hungry or they want to feed, you must know. So we have those kind of baby that would cry to notify you. Then we have those kind of baby, I mean at neonates, like newborn, you have those kind of baby that um they are always sleeping. Some babies are always sleeping, you know. And if you can get carried away, you can just get carried away by, oh, my baby is sleeping, my baby likes to sleep. I'll just use that opportunity to have my own rest, you know. Please do not be deceived. You 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 can get carried away. I know as a new mom, you want to have your rest, you want to, you know, relax and all. It's good to relax, but men, you just brought in a new baby into the world through the help of God, of course. So you actually need to take care of your baby. You need to take care of your baby. Okay, so the way I'm saying this, I don't think, well, let's move on. Maybe I'll just apply the color on, you know, I'll just apply the color on few of the strands, and that is it. So you're trying to enjoy the moment, you're happy your baby can, um, your baby sleeps all through. Please, I'm here to tell you that if your baby sleeps, maybe after feeding, if your baby sleeps after feeding, and you know, of course, after feeding your baby, you should check the time. Yes, thank you to my TikTok family. Thank you for joining. Please thank you, Deb's Laundry Pods, for liking. I really appreciate. I appreciate your likes. I appreciate you joining. I appreciate you. So please, if you can relate to what I'm talking about, you can leave some comments so that others can, you know, so that others can relate. So I was saying that you might get carried away by the fact that, you know, your baby is always sleeping, and then you leave the innocent child to sleep for a long period of time. So this is me telling you that it is not okay to leave your baby to sleep for a long period of time. So ideally, babies are supposed to be fed every 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so if you can't feed 2 hours, you can make it 3 hours, you know. So just have that in mind. If you're a new mom and you've joined this life, just have it in mind that you're supposed to feed your baby every 2 to 3 hours. Every 2 to 3 hours. That way, okay, sorry, this I need to focus so that I can. Man, that strand was trying to give me some issues. Okay, so as I was saying, if your baby is sleeping a lot, you notice that your baby sleeps, especially after feeding, and then your baby sleeps for a long period of time, it's not like an issue, but please try to wake your baby up at intervals. You can give your baby 3 hours, wake your baby and feed your baby, because babies are supposed to be fed often. They have smaller, their stomach is small, so and you know they are being fed on liquids. Breast milk is liquid, formula is liquid. So okay, I'm done unwrapping, I'm done loosening my hair. So I'm going to go ahead to, I'm using this container. I'm going to go ahead to mix it. So first off, like I told you, I have this color here is a remnant from the previous one. That was what I used to achieve this color. That was what I used to achieve this color here. I liked it when I wanted to buy it. I asked for a ginger color. A ginger color. Yes, that's the color, a ginger color. So this is what I have. This is what I have left. Okay. So I'm going to, this is what the color looks like. This is what the color is supposed to be on my hair. Okay. So this one is old. It has, some of the color have is faded. Some of it is faded. So I'll just manage it and maybe apply on the important parts. This is the color. Hi, Instagram family, this is the color. YouTube, this is the color. Okay, so I'm just going to mix it. Okay, so I've I've pressed out like everything inside. Okay, oh, I forgot to put on the hand gloves. Okay, if you know any new mom, please share this live to them, because what we're discussing about is specifically for new moms. Okay, so I'll still try to take out more of this color, because I don't want everything to go to waste. Okay, so it's finished. So like I said before, I don't want to, I saw it amongst my hair things, where I keep my hair things, and I was like, before you know, I'll forget this, and then it will either get expired or just waste. So I just want to apply it myself since I want to wash my hair. So this is the activator. This is the activator. So I'll just mix it. Okay, I'll use this comb to mix it. Okay, I don't know. This is like leftover from what I used before. So I just don't want it to waste. So if it doesn't come out fine, and if it does, I can say I'm now a professional. Okay, so I've mixed in the activator. This is just what we have. This is what we have from the color and the activator. So I'll just apply. As you can see, it's not much. It's not much. So I'll just apply on some strands. Okay, so if you're just joining, we're talking about baby feeding, the right time to feed your baby. That's what we're talking about on today's live. So just watch me as we talk about baby feeding. A couple of times, or most times, most new moms are, like lost or confused on when or maybe their baby feeding pattern. You just have a newborn, especially for new moms, even most times for moms who have had babies before. Most times, because child is different. Every child is different. So you're trying to, okay, fine, you've had your first child or you've had previous children, and then you're trying to understand your newborn, and also you're trying to understand your newborn's feeding pattern. So to understand it better or to help yourself and your baby is ideal for you to make sure you feed your baby after every 2 to 3 hours. So we cannot um, lay emphasis enough on that. Every okay, every 2 to 3 hours, you're supposed to feed your baby every 2 to 3 hours. So this also helps to train your baby, to train your child on their feeding pattern. So if your baby is growing and developing, and then you didn't follow up on that feeding pattern, you might end up having a baby who doesn't really like eating. That is why most of the time you see parents or mothers complain that their babies don't like to eat, because you did not establish that pattern, right from the beginning. So a baby that eats often have a tendency of having a big appetite. So what I mean is, okay, I'm going to tie this because I believe the color has, okay, yes, I'm going to tie this up. I'm going to hold it with a rubber band. So when you have a baby and then you train that baby on eating, so it kind of awakens your baby's appetite, and then your baby starts to, you know, eat better, eat more. But when you leave your baby with the mindset that, okay, um adults eat 3 times a day, and then you think your baby is supposed to eat 3 times a day, my dear, that is wrong. That is a very wrong feeding pattern. So you actually need to, establish that 2 to 3 hours feeding time for your baby. Okay, so I think this is enough. Let me add it. Okay, I'm going to add it to this one here. Okay, so this is what we have left. This is what we have left. Okay, I've applied on this side. So I really need to now focus on this side so that maybe I'll just have the front part colored. So I wasn't expecting it to be enough. Okay, what happened? I'm still online. Get to move back. Okay, so I don't know if I should add this one. So let me just use it to mop up the remaining color. Wow. Okay. This is the last one. This is the last one. So, and this is what we have. So, I think I'm done. I'll just add it to this one. This is what we have left. But I don't mind, you know. I told you guys I don't want to, I just want to use up the color. So not like I I was expecting it to be enough, you know, because as it's inside, before you know, this color might get expired and then I'll end up not using it. Or I'll forget it till like next how many years. So it's just better this way for me. So I'm just going to, this is what is left. This is what is left. So but that's okay. So I'll add it to this one. I don't think there is any difference. I don't know if you joined right from the beginning, right from the time I started this step. Yep, I think I can see I think there is a difference. I think so. I think so. Okay, so I'm going to the ones on my hand. I'm just going to rub it. So I'll use this to cover it up. Okay. So I'm going to finish up while waiting for this to activate, while waiting for the color. Okay, I'm going to take some pictures tomorrow. What is the time? Okay, I'm going to take some pictures tomorrow and then I'm going to post it for you guys to see the final results. So I'll just cover it up and then okay, I'll just cover it up and then leave it to activate and then wash it off while beating. So, like I said before, from the beginning of this life, I and I couldn't do it. So, while getting ready to have my bath, I was like, why not apply this while I gist you guys, my online family, on and remind you, my new moms, remind you, my yummy new moms, that please, the right feeding pattern for babies is to feed every 2 to 3 hours. So if you don't know that, know it now. And if you have any new mom that you're taking care of, you have any new mom around you, please spread this message to them, spread this information to them, and then you can also share. I think I have some videos I've made on, I don't know if I'll check my page, and then if I've not, I'll try to make video relating to that. So if you have, for my intending moms, potential moms, please always have it in mind that newborn babies are supposed to be fed every 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so a story. I'm going to share a story like my experience. And that was when I gave birth to my first baby. I didn't know, as a new mom, I didn't know. Wait, how many minutes is this supposed to stay? Okay, 40 minutes. Okay, so we have, I'll just take out 5 minutes from, I'm just estimating 5 minutes. So we have 35 minutes more. 35 minutes more. And we'll come to the end of this life. Okay, so as a new mom, I was overwhelmed with everything motherhood, baby feeding pattern, how to care for a newborn baby, and all that. So I was thinking that babies are supposed to be fed just like adults. You get? I was thinking, okay, you breastfeed in the morning, you breastfeed in the afternoon, you breastfeed in the evening. Okay, so, but while still at the hospital, the nurse will always say, whenever my baby cries, the nurse will always say, breastfeed this baby now, breastfeed this baby now. In my head, I was like, there were, hospital environment. I didn't want it to look like my baby is always crying or I'm not taking care of my baby. So I had to. So when we left the hospital, got home, I had before, okay, my mom was working. So my mom didn't come immediately. So she sent like an auntie that we've arranged to, help me take care of the baby. Like the woman comes to bathe my baby. It was my very good neighbor that, arranged. She was a friend to my neighbor because my neighbor was like, she's a mom actually. I mean, my neighbor, she's a mom, but she was like, during her own time, someone helped her with her baby. So she's not really too familiar with bathing babies or taking care of babies. So, but she has a friend who is really good. So I was like, okay, I don't mind. So the woman comes every morning, you know, the woman comes every morning to bathe my baby. So one of the days when she came, so I think I clicked on something. One of the days when she came, my baby was just crying. And my first baby, my first child is a girl. So forget all these things that they say, um, boys feed more. My dear, to me, it depends. To me, it depends. I don't know if it is because that was my first baby and I felt she was feeding more, you get. But the way she ate, the way this girl ate, oh my God. And funny enough, she's still eating like that. I think it's just natural for her. She's a foodie. Like she eats well. Whenever if it is something she likes, whenever she really wants to eat, she eats well. I don't know if any of you can relate, but she doesn't joke whenever she wants to. She really, really wants to eat something. You get, and she's not a picky eater. She's not too choosy. When it comes to food, you don't have any issues with her. She eats almost everything. That is something my mom always say. If you give her bitter cola, she will eat. Give her cola nut, she will eat. As long as you offer to her and tell her it's food, and then you taste, she will watch you taste it. She will watch you eat it. And then when you eat it, she will like confirm, like, oh, okay, this is food. And then she will join you. You get. So she's not picky when it comes to food. So she was really, really eating then. So I was like, my baby was crying. And then the woman that came to help was like, have you breastfed her? Please breastfeed her before I beat her. Because I knew the woman was coming. So what I usually do then was when I wake up, I will breastfeed her and then wait for the woman to come because she comes very early. She comes like 7 o'clock. So around 6 o'clock, 6:30, we've already, eaten. I've already settled my baby. So when she asked me if I've breastfed, I said yes, she has eaten this morning. So the woman was like, please, I can wait. Just settle her first before I proceed. I said, okay. I, you know, I breastfed her and then after bathing, the woman was like, please, just put her to breast. I was like, hey, what's all this now? So the woman had to like give me like will I say a summary or okay. The woman, sorry, I had a distraction. So the woman was like, you're supposed to be breastfeeding. She didn't specifically say every 2 to 3 hours. You get. She just said you have to keep breastfeeding this baby on demand. That means for now, as what I'll just quote her words, for now, what this baby just know is food. That is one of the things she's, for now. So you have to, you know, breastfeed her often. When she cries, you breastfeed her. If she's the only time you won't breastfeed her if you notice that she's not actually hungry. So I was like, we've done that this morning. She said, no, she's not an adult. You're supposed to be on demand. Okay, so that was my first experience on baby feeding. So I had to, you know, follow through. I have to continue like that. I have to continue that way, you know, breastfeed on demand. Before I started making research on, you know, I was like, wow, wow. So by the time I figured it out, by the time I was like, okay, let me actually calculate the number of times this baby eats. I was like, why? And that is why I am telling you, new moms. I am telling you, moms, I am telling you, helpers to moms, that it is very important to breastfeed every 2 to 3 hours. Your baby is not feeding on solid. Your baby's stomach is small, and they pass out stool all the time, and by the time they feed, whatever that they've taken in is gone. So you need to breastfeed often. That is number one reason. Number two, apart from other health implications and the rest, you need to establish that feeding pattern. If you don't want to end up complaining that your baby is a picky eater or your baby doesn't like food or not, that is a way for you to, train your baby, to, feed. Okay, so I'm being careful for me not to. Okay, I think this, look at the color I'm trying to achieve for my hair. So, like I said, I'm going to post the pictures tomorrow. I'm going to post the pictures tomorrow for you guys to see it. Okay, I don't know if it is not time yet. And remember, I said we have